If I was Brennan, I said yesterday, I finally started thinking, would I not call some of these witnesses? Would I not call Brian Albert, Colin Albert, Chris Albert, Nicole Albert, the McCabe kids, the Albert kids, whoever I'm missing there? Would I not call any of them? Would I not call Brian Higgins? And when you ask that question, you start to think, what are they going to give me? What are they going to testify that's good for my case as the Commonwealth? And I think very little do they testify for things that are good for them. Now, if you want to defend Jen McCabe, if you want to defend the Alberts, then fine. And Matt McCabe as well on that list as far as not calling. But if you're not trying to defend them, and I also think the Commonwealth has done a really good job about making this case about Karen Reed and not making this case about anybody else. And I think, but for some comments made, the jury might not even realize the defense is pointing the finger at the Alberts or the McCabes at this point. It sounds like a reasonable doubt argument, not as much of a third party conspiracy, all of that. There's definitely some aspects of it. But if I'm the Commonwealth, why call witnesses that are in the house that John O'Keefe never went into? You already have people testifying that he never went into there. It's already in evidence. Why call all these different people when I think they're going to end up creating reasonable doubt, just like they did trial number 1? Confusing issues, gaps, conflicting testimony. Let the defense figure out how to present all that if you're thinking strategically as the Commonwealth. But when it comes to like Proctor and Buchanan and Tully, I don't know how you don't call them. I guess if you're really going to pretend Proctor doesn't exist, you don't call him, you call Buchanan. I think you have to call Buchanan and Tully. You have to discuss what they did, when they did it. Maybe you call Lank, maybe you don't. I probably wouldn't call him either. I think I would call Proctor. I think you have to. I think hiding from him is such a huge mistake and is like a bombshell from the defense, because I would absolutely call Proctor if I'm the defense. But today is probably making Hank Brennan think twice about everything, about every witness he calls. Because the first witness is Connor Keefe. Massachusetts State Police shows up, puts some stuff in a bag, tapes it up, takes some pictures, extracted Kerry Roberts and Jen McCabe's cell phone, which they gave willingly, which we already know. He shows the pieces of evidence that he gathered. Can't explain why the taillight is chipped. They got to put that in a separate bag. Somebody else going to deal with it. Clunky and embarrassing, and not seeing like you're tight and everything is where it should be and you're organized and doing things the right way. That's all he gave the Commonwealth. Why even call this guy? If you just need the pieces of evidence, I guess you got to call him and show him the pieces of evidence. Fine. And I guess he tried to tighten it up as much as he could. But what the defense got out of this witness, to me, was so much more impactful than what the Commonwealth did. And that hasn't happened a ton. It has happened here and there. Not nearly as much this trial as it did trial 1. And I've tried to just call it like I see it, right? I think certain witnesses have been good for the Commonwealth, certain witnesses good for the defense, certain days have leaned certain ways. To me, today was a big struggle for the Commonwealth. If the defense calls the Alberts and Proctor, does Brennan still get to prep them for testimony? Sorry if this has been already asked. It hasn't been, and yes, he absolutely can. That's what I would do. They're friendly witnesses to me. I'll prep them all the time. Be like, if they call you, here's what we're going to do. Now, the defense can ask that. Did they prep you? What'd you talk about? So they prepped you, but they didn't call you. They can ask questions like that.